I remember here a few years ago when the Army trusted us to provide the software on which the Army Knowledge Online was based. It's one of the highlights, actually, of the 11 years we've been running this company. Today, there have been more than 1 billion human logons into the Army Knowledge Online application. We've been at the Army now for 7, 8 years, something like that. We're exceptionally proud of what we've accomplished and how much efficiency we've added to what was a large, complex, and already very well-run organization. We took the way that the Army wanted to run, and we made it successful. We made it better. We allowed them to be the Army they wanted to be. Rather than trying to impose a structure, we have simply strengthened the structure and enabled it. That's what I think BPM can do. I believe we are experiencing an effectiveness revolution, but I would say it stretches far beyond the government. Beginning in the mid-90s and continuing up to the present day, we've seen an increase in the productivity of private sector workers of about, actually more than 2% annually. And for a period there, in the late 90s, it was actually 3%, which is exceptional in historical terms. A lot of that, maybe not all, but a lot of it has to do with advances in technology. It has to do with the internet revolution and the fundamental new practices that the internet and software have brought to the workplace. Relational databases for storing your data, email for communicating person to person, and ERP CRM for automating the way you do work, among other things. Each of these has increased the productivity of the person hour. They are not finished. Now, relational databases are still a pretty good way to organize your data, and email is still a suitable way to communicate person to person. But I'd say that the manner in which software has automated work could use some substantial improvement. It has been too rigorous. It has been inflexible. It has not been mindful to preserve the competitive advantage of the organizations it structures. BPM is a better way to do that. We are mindful of preserving the competitive advantage or the necessary manner of doing work. If there are regulations, we abide by them, right? If regulations change, we change with them. And we do that with a minimum of effort. We are an exceptionally flexible means of automating your work. The efficiency revolution continues, and it continues on all fronts. But for us, in the automation of work, in the flexible automation of work, we think that BPM and Appian have something specific to contribute, particularly for the government that has so much work that needs to be flexibly automated.